Minister Edghill highlights robust growth in Guyana's aviation sector. Minister of Public Works, Bishop Juan Edghill, has reported significant growth in Guyana's aviation sector, noting that activity levels have returned to pre-pandemic norms with clear signs of continued expansion. The minister made these remarks during the opening ceremony of the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, GCAA, and the Civil Aviation Training School at the Timeri Control Tower on Monday. The event marked a significant step forward in enhancing the country's aviation capabilities, particularly in traffic control assistance and aeronautical information services training. We are getting back to pre-COVID levels. At the Chedi Jugan International Airport, CJIA, we now see approximately 500 arrivals and departures each month, Minister Edghill stated. He further highlighted the Eugene Correa International Airport as one of the busiest hubs in the Caribbean, managing around 4,800 operations monthly. This reflects a notable 10% increase in traffic, underscoring a steady recovery and robust growth trajectory in the post-COVID era. Minister Edghill emphasized the rapid expansion of the aviation sector, which has been marked by exponential growth since the pandemic. In response, the government has taken proactive steps to enhance capacity and infrastructure to accommodate the increasing demand. A key focus has been on bolstering the GCAA's capabilities through accreditation and modernization efforts, aligning with international standards. Minister Edghill noted that the Civil Aviation Authority is working towards accreditation with the International Civil Aviation Organization's ICAO Train Air program. This initiative aims to ensure that Guyana's aviation training and operational standards meet global benchmarks, standardizing practices and ensuring local aviation personnel are well-versed in internationally accepted procedures and curriculum. Significant upgrades have also been made to air traffic management systems at CJIA. Recent improvements include the enhancement of the automatic weather station at Timeri, a crucial development for accurate weather navigation and flight safety. These advancements reflect the government's commitment to supporting the aviation sector's growth through infrastructural and technological enhancements. As Guyana continues to advance its aviation capabilities, the sector is expected to sustain its upward trajectory, further integrating the country into the global aviation network. Government to invest $40 million in upgrades to Lusignan Housing Scheme Access Road. The government of Guyana will be investing $40 million to upgrade the access road to the new Lusignan Housing Scheme along the east coast of Demerara. Rehabilitation works on the road are scheduled to commence within a week to provide immediate relief to residents. This announcement was made by Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, during a community meeting last Saturday. The meeting was convened in response to concerns raised by residents to President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali. The residents highlighted issues such as the deterioration of the road due to heavy-laden trucks, as well as dust and noise pollution caused by congested traffic. Minister Rodriguez assured residents that the government has already made provisions for the road's improvement. We have made provisions to issue contracts for upgrading this road. We have approved $40 million for these upgrades in its current state. This is a major access road, and we will upgrade it to Crusher Run, Minister Rodriguez stated. The minister further explained that once the housing scheme is completed, additional works will be undertaken to bring the road to an asphaltic level. Once the work there is completed by the end of 2024, we can upgrade this road properly with proper revetment and so on. We cannot do that before we complete the back because it will break up again, Minister Rodriguez emphasized. During the meeting, Minister Rodriguez also highlighted that the route will be used by trucks accessing the housing schemes, a common challenge faced in areas experiencing significant development. With the housing drive all over the country and the extension of all these areas on the East Bank and East Coast, this is a common problem that we are facing now, because the trucks have to come through these areas to get to the extended schemes, she added. In the interim, an alternative route has been identified for residents and commuters to use while the road is being upgraded. Additionally, a dust suppression schedule will be implemented 3 times per day to alleviate the dust issue during the construction period. 25 individuals to begin specialized training in air traffic control and aeronautical information services. 25 individuals from across Guyana are set to embark on specialized training in air traffic control assistance and aeronautical information services at the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, GCAA, and the Civil Aviation Training School. This 6-month program, one of the largest of its kind, has attracted participants from regions 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, with additional recruits from regions 9 and 10 following a recent recruitment drive in Georgetown. The training commenced with an opening ceremony held at the Timeri Control Tower on Monday. Among the new trainees is Hanifa Simeon, a resident of Paruama, who expressed her enthusiasm for the program. Simeon highlighted the rare opportunity this training represents for individuals from the hinterland to pursue careers in aviation. Out in the hinterland, it's sometimes really difficult for us. We don't always get these job opportunities. But when this came up, it was a rare opportunity for me as an Amerindian. When I was younger, I wanted to be a pilot, but my parents didn't have the money. So when they told us this would be funded, I felt it was a great opportunity for me, Simeon shared. Another trainee, Saskia Sparman from Timeri, echoed this sentiment, noting that her lifelong curiosity about aviation inspired her to seize the opportunity. I've always been curious about how the aviation system works, Sparman said, emphasizing the importance of taking advantage of government initiatives that offer valuable career opportunities. Nevendra Nareen, one of the youngest trainees, also expressed his eagerness to begin the program, having counted down the days until he was eligible. He noted that his passion for aviation drives him to contribute meaningfully to the service and safety of passengers. The training program will consist of 3 months of academic instruction, followed by 3 months of practical, on-the-job training. Sessions are scheduled from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. During the opening ceremony, Minister of Public Works, Bishop Juan Edghill, addressed the trainees, offering words of encouragement while stressing the importance of punctuality, focus, and teamwork. He underscored that lateness among pilots and air navigation officers is a known contributor to accidents, urging the trainees to make punctuality a habit. Pilots and air navigational officers who are late are the ones who create accidents because when you are late, you have to cut corners to make up for time that was lost. The necessary checks and protocols are not in place when you are late, so punctuality must become a lifestyle, Minister Edghill stated. Similarly, Director General of the GCAA, Lieutenant Col. Redded Egbert Bfield, urged trainees to take their studies seriously, emphasizing the gravity of their future responsibilities. Guiding those pilots and aircraft through our skies is serious business. I want you to throw away all childish behavior and take up the mantle of safety consciousness, Bfield advised. Principal of the Aviation School, Clifford Van Duymen, also welcomed the new trainees, encouraging them to make the most of the training opportunities. The program requires participants to be between 19 and 26 years old, with at least 5 CSEC subjects, including mathematics and English. Successful graduates are guaranteed employment with the Guyana Civil Aviation Authority, along with ongoing training opportunities for career advancement. Over $9 billion allocated for Amerindian development in 2023 to 2024. Additional support for sports development announced. The government of Guyana has announced a significant investment of over $9 billion towards Amerindian and hinterland development between 2023 and 2024. Vice President Dr. Barrett Jagdeo made the announcement on the second day of the National Tacheos Council (NTC) conference, held at the Arthur Chung Conference Center, ACCC. A key highlight of the announcement was the allocation of $100 million in carbon credit revenues this year to support community development councils, CDCs, which are under the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development. This allocation underscores the government's ongoing commitment to the development of Amerindian and hinterland communities. Vice President Jagdeo clarified that while the 242 villages that benefited from last year's $4.7 billion carbon credit funds will continue to receive support, the additional $100 million will be set aside for CDCs. These councils were not included in the previous disbursement, and some of the communities are not fully Amerindian but will still receive small grants. We decided that we will stick with the 242 villages, but we will set aside another $100 million for those communities. Some of them are not villages, they're run by CDCs, and some are not fully Amerindian, but they will get small grants, Dr. Jagdeo assured the leaders. He emphasized the substantial impact of the carbon credit program, facilitated through the Low Carbon Development Strategy, LCDS, 2030. Over 2 years, more than $9 billion will be injected into these villages. The LCDS, initially developed under former President Dr. Jagdeo and expanded by the current administration, ensures that 15% of total revenues generated are directly invested into the economies of these villages. Guyana's multi-year agreement with Hess Corporation, signed in 2022, involves the sale of 30% of the carbon sequestered by the nation's forests over 10 years. In 2023, Guyana received its first carbon payment of $150 million, with $22.5 million, GYD $4.7 billion, dispersed to 242 villages nationwide. These funds are currently supporting approximately 811 projects in sectors such as tourism, agriculture, infrastructure, industrial arts, and youth empowerment. This year, the carbon credit allocation for villages will increase to $4.84 billion, representing a 26.5% increase from the previous year. Vice President Jagdeo confirmed that these funds would be disbursed by next week and highlighted that a portion of the government's adaptation funds will be reinvested in Amerindian communities. In addition to the carbon credit funding, the government will provide further support for sports development in Amerindian villages. Each village will receive an additional $1 million to improve sporting facilities, continuing the efforts initiated last year, where around 200 villages received support to enhance their sports infrastructure. Moreover, Vice President Jagdeo assured that newly elected Tashayos and those re-elected will continue to benefit from the part-time job initiative, providing an extra stream of income. The government has also committed $10 billion towards improving hinterland roads and $20 billion to construct 4 state-of-the-art hospitals in Regions 1, 7, 8, and 9. These hospitals will be located in Maruka, Region 1, Kamarong, Region 7, Kato, Region 8, and Lethem, Region 9. The government remains steadfast in its mission to ensure fairness and unwavering support for these communities, with ongoing face-to-face interactions planned throughout the week. Guyana has maintained a stable pass rate for the 2024 Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination, CAPE, while the pass rate for the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate, CSEC, saw a slight decline. The preliminary results were announced by Chief Education Officer Saddam Hussein at Queen's College in Georgetown on Tuesday. In 2024, 721 students from 13 secondary schools and 4 private centers across the country sat the CAPE exams, up from 701 students in 2023. Minister of Education, Priya Manikchand, Chief Education Officer, Saddam Hussein, and some of the CSEC and CAPE students. The overall pass rate for CAPE is 92.57%, a slight increase from the 93% recorded in 2023. Additionally, 25 units achieved a 100% pass rate. Meanwhile, the overall pass rate for CSEC in 2024 is 67.23%, reflecting a minor decrease from 67.34% in 2023. This year, 11,612 students took the CSEC exams, a slight reduction from the 12,108 candidates in 2023. However, there was an increase in subject entries, which totaled 75,018. Chief Education Officer, Saddam Hussein. Guyana recorded improved performances in 12 subjects, while 7 subjects maintained their previous results. 7 subjects saw outstanding performances, with 90% or more of the students achieving grades 1 to 3. These include Agricultural Science, Double Award, at 98.85%, Electronic Document Preparation and Management at 93.1%, Theater Arts at 98.98%, and Family and Resource Management at 91.98%. Some of the students at the announcement of CSEC and CAPE 2024 results. However, English A saw a slight decline in pass rates, dropping from 72% to 69% in 2024. English B improved, moving from 64% in 2023 to 70% this year. Mathematics recorded a pass rate of 31% in 2024, down from 34% last year. On the other hand, additional mathematics saw an increase, with a pass rate of 53%. In the sciences, there were improved performances in human and social biology, biology, and physics, although chemistry and integrated science saw declines. All technical and vocational education and training, TVET, subjects achieved a pass rate of 80% in 2024, with the exception of clothing, textiles, and fashion, which recorded a 71% pass rate. Candidates can access their results at https://bit.ly/mcexc-results, where they can also download an e-slip for use in applications to the University of Guyana or other tertiary institutions. They also have the option to download e-slip with the results, especially if they have to use it to apply to the University of Guyana or other tertiary institutions. If you are going to the University of Guyana or abroad, all you have to do is forward the e-slip. The e-slip comes with a barcode. So, somebody, at a university for instance, can scan the barcode, which will direct them straight to CXC's database, which contains your results to determine whether what you have submitted is accurate. That is the new change that is happening, Hussein explained. New blockmaking project launched in Bfield, Sophia to boost community employment. A new blockmaking project has been launched in Bfield, Sophia, offering residents the opportunity to produce concrete blocks and earn an income through the Community-Based Employment Stimulation Project, CESP. This initiative, spearheaded by President Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali, originally began in May 2021 in Tiger Bay, Georgetown, and has now expanded to include the Sophia community. Minister within the Ministry of Housing and Water, Susan Rodriguez, who led the launch event, emphasized the project's alignment with the ministry's ongoing housing drive. Given Sophia's size, the project will focus on engaging groups from both B and C fields. We look forward to everyone's cooperation and participation. We look forward to the success of this program and your growth, Minister Rodriguez stated during the launch held at the Bfield Sophia Community Center on Tuesday. The project will provide participants with comprehensive training, covering life skills, block making, financial management, record keeping, and leadership. Initial investments include the construction of a shed and the procurement of necessary equipment. Additionally, the Central Housing and Planning Authority, CHPA, will facilitate the market and transportation for the first batch of blocks, connecting residents with contractors and potential buyers. Minister Rodriguez highlighted that similar training programs have already been successful in communities such as Leopold Street, Victoria, North Ruimveldt, and Tiger Bay. She noted the success of the Leopold Street Group, which formed a company and secured a contract through CHPA to construct houses. As long as you have blocks available, we will put you in touch with various contractors. You will work out your price and delivery, and they will relieve you of those blocks, Minister Rodriguez assured the participants. Interested residents were encouraged to sign up for the project, with certificates of participation to be awarded upon completion. The launch also provided a platform for residents to discuss housing and related concerns with the minister, who was accompanied by Deputy Director of the Community Development Department, Donnell Bess-Bascom, Engineer Jamal Brotherson, and other technical officers. This initiative marks another step forward in the government's efforts to empower communities and stimulate local employment through practical, skills-based projects.